Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. We did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. We are the change that we seek. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The audacity of hope. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a certain poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself. Because it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. The success of our economy has always depended not just on the size of our gross domestic product, but on the reach of our prosperity, on our ability to extend opportunity to every willing heart, not out of charity, but because it is the surest route to our common good. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. In the face of impossible odds, people who love this country can change it. We can choose a world defined not by our differences, but by our common hopes. The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression, it is more speech. The American dream is something no wall will ever contain. The future must not belong to those who slander the Prophet of Islam. My fellow Americans, we are and always will be a nation of immigrants. We were strangers once, too. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. Our stories may be singular, but our destination is shared. In the unlikely story that is America, there has never been anything false about hope. The thing about hip-hop today is it's smart, it's insightful. The way they can communicate a complex message in a very short space is remarkable. I see Americans of every party, every background, every faith who believe that we are stronger together. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, young, old, gay, straight, men, women, folks with disabilities, all pledging allegiance under the same proud flag to this big, bold country that we love. When all is said and done, when you're old and gray, and you look back on your life, the only thing that will have any meaning is the relationships you've built. We need to steer clear of this poverty of ambition, where people want to drive fancy cars and wear nice clothes and live in nice apartments, but don't want to work hard to accomplish these things. Everyone should try to realize their full potential. The most important thing is that your work has to be compelling. Making your mark on the world is hard. If it were easy, everybody would do it. But it's not. It takes patience, it takes commitment, and it comes with plenty of failure along the way. Democracy can buckle when we give in to fear. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. I've got 2 daughters, and I expect them to be treated the same way as somebody's sons. If you're willing to stand for your own freedom, you should be able to stand for the freedom of others as well. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection.